I appreciate the affirmation and support for Mr. Hal's work. It is really extraordinary. His staff does a great job. Director Kakishiba, the point you raised, I think, is exactly right. The point of continuing to build an organization where we're budgeting to our priorities, and it's the programmatic priorities, and we actually have academic and fiscal solvency where we've blended those. So absent the strategic plan, we're making our best calls right now, raising them, trying to put them in documents, and it's the back and forth between the board and the staff. Our aspiration is that when we approve the strategic plan in June, that we then have the bedrock for the 1-, 3-, and 5-year goals, that then priorities are named and we budget the priorities. And our job then as staff is to present to you, Director Gallo, the tiered options so that the trade-offs are clear against the priorities, so that when we're having this conversation, it's not 7 individuals, 8 individuals. It's actually a guiding document that has mapped out expenses and cost, and then tiered, highest priority, where we're putting the highest need, where we're moving resource allocation, that then is the guiding tool for the next 5 years. So the strategic plan isn't just a programmatic plan, it's actually a budgeting document. And so our goal, one of our primary goals for year 1, is that we will have a budgeting tool that we have not had in my first 2 years as a superintendent here. So that is a guiding framework that we're trying to get to, Director Kakishiba. And I think that should be the standard to which you hold us for the strategic plan. Like, how is it tiered? How would we make this conversation a year from now if we had this approved? So that's what we're working on. That's what my 2 deputies are spending time talking about. Well, programmatically, fiscally, how are they both solvent? How are they intertwined? And if we don't bring you an ability to have a tiered conversation, like what's highest priority, what's lowest priority, where are the trade-offs, then we have not met our standard. So that's what we're aspiring to in the strategic plan document.
Right. Okay. My last comment, though, Dr. Smith, is that we have 6 months of no strategic plan and the requirement to adopt a budget. So I think that the request that my colleagues on the board made was in good faith regarding the strategic plan, but that's why the retreat on Saturday was so critical, so that each of us know the general warp and woof of the, is that what it's called, warp and woof? Warp and woof. The warp and woof of the strategic direction that you're proposing in terms of priorities. But ultimately, if we're going to be doing something in the 2010-11 year regarding class size reduction as a strategy, school consolidation as a strategy, other things that you've talked about and that are embedded or implicit in our strategic planning, we do have to act as if the plan is formed. But that also commits us as a board to agree to follow, to go to support with our best efforts the establishment of the plan that we ultimately adopt.
Just to say that, so there will be no surprises. So what we're trying to do is push anything that we're thinking about early, and then for the board to have conversation. So absent some agreed upon document, that's the steps we're trying to take. So through committee here, we're trying to say it as early as we can. So, and a conversation at the board level around core priorities is important at this point. But on a forward-going basis, we'd have a joint agreement already.
Great.
So,
okay,
Mr.
great.
President?
Yes.